Have you ever experienced a series of events that felt so unlikely, so perfectly timed, that you started wondering whether it was really just coincidence? Something like that happened to me last weekend. I attended a one-day metaphysics workshop. Nothing unusual. Just another opportunity to learn, meet people, and gain new perspective. Or so I thought. When I arrived, I was slightly late. Not because I forgot about the workshop, not because I didn't want to be there. Like many things in life, unexpected circumstances simply got in the way. As a result, I ended up sitting in the last row of the function room. At the moment, it seemed completely insignificant. Just another seat in another seminar. But sometimes, life has a funny way of connecting dots that we cannot see at that time. Later in the workshop, there was a networking segment where we were encouraged to interact with the people around us. 5 of us started chatting. At first, it was the usual introductions. What do you do? Why are you here? What are your interests? What are your goals? As we talked, we discovered that we were actually a rather unusual group. 2 of them were already friends. 2 were a couple, and 1 was a solo participant visiting from overseas. Different backgrounds, different life experiences, different journeys. Yet somehow, all 5 of us had ended up sitting together in the same row at the side of the room. The conversation flowed naturally, and when lunch break arrived, we decided to continue our discussion over a meal together. That was when things started becoming interesting, and then a little strange. As we shared our backgrounds and discussed some of the metaphysical concepts we were learning, we began noticing patterns. At first, it was just an observation. Then it became something that made us all pause and think. The 3 people sitting on one side of the lunch table belonged to the same elemental group. The other 2 people sitting on the opposite side belonged to another same elemental group. Nobody planned on the seating arrangement. Nobody knew this beforehand. Nobody deliberately chose where to sit based on metaphysical profiles. It simply happened, naturally, randomly, or at least it appeared that way. At that point, we thought it was simply an amusing coincidence. But the surprises did not stop there. As the conversation continued, we explored our 奇门遁甲 profiles. That was when another unexpected pattern emerged. The 3 people sitting together on one side shared similar yang-type deity characteristics. The 2 sitting opposite shared another common deity. Wow! Again, none of us knew this beforehand. None of us had coordinated anything. In fact, some of us had only met each other a few hours earlier. The more we discovered, the more unlikely the entire situation seemed. One coincidence is understandable. 2 coincidences can happen. But when several seemingly unrelated patterns begin stacking on top of one another, you naturally start paying attention. Then came perhaps the most surprising discovery of all. As we compared notes, we realized that every one of us had arrived late. Not for the same reasons. Not because we forgot. Not because we intentionally delayed ourselves. Each of us had encountered our own unexpected circumstances. Different reasons. Different situations. Different stories. Yet somehow, all those separate events led us to the exact same place, the exact same workshop, the exact same role, the exact same group of people. Think about that for a moment. If one person had arrived earlier, or another person had not encountered a delay, if one small event had unfolded differently, perhaps we would never have met. Perhaps we would never have spoken. Perhaps we would never have shared that lunch table. Perhaps we would never have discovered any of these patterns. So, was it coincidence? Maybe. Was it fate? Possibly. Was it affinity? Perhaps. Was it the universe, divine timing, or some higher power quietly arranging things behind the scene? I honestly don't know. And perhaps that's the point. Not everything in life can be explained. Not everything in life needs to be explained. Sometimes, an experience simply makes us stop and reflect. As we get older, many of us become more selective about where we spend our time. We stay within familiar circles. We follow familiar routines. We meet familiar people. And while there's comfort in that, life can also become very predictable. But experiences like this remind me that there is still value in remaining open. Open to learning. Open to meeting new people. Open to attending a workshop, a seminar, a meetup, or an event that we almost decided not to attend. Because we never know who we might meet. We never know what conversations might take place. And we never know what lessons life may be preparing for us. In many ways, the greatest value of that workshop wasn't what was taught on stage. It was the people. It was the conversations, the sharing of experiences, the unexpected connections, and the reminder that life is often far more mysterious than we imagine. Whether you call it coincidence, fate, affinity, destiny, divine timing, the universe, or simply life unfolding in its own unique way. I believe there is value in continuing to show up, to keep learning, to keep exploring, to keep meeting new people. Because sometimes the most meaningful moments in life are the ones we never plan. And sometimes the people we are meant to meet arrive through the most unexpected circumstances. Life may already have something waiting for you. You just haven't arrived there yet. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Second Half Playbook.